Ah, bollocks.
Alright guys, welcome to a rather unorthodox Friday Waffle. Now this is actually being recorded on Sunday because I am going away on holiday tomorrow and I wanted to not have a Friday Waffle done because I'm not going to get back till Sunday. So I'm actually driving, as you can probably tell. I'm going to Edinburgh. I'm going to pick up a bike. I know I've got quite a good road bike, but I'm doing this. What am I doing? I'm doing this 55-mile cycle thing in September, and it's for Pedal Scotland. It's for some charity thing. So yeah, I'm away through to pick it up, and I'm kind of running out of time to do videos. So I thought I'll do the Friday Waffle in the car on the Sunday. So yeah, by the time you're watching this, my holiday will whoops a daisy. The phone just fell over. Yeah, by the time you watch this, I'll have been on holiday for 5 days. Hopefully I've had decent weather. I'm just going round a roundabout and I need to concentrate. Shouldn't be getting videoing when I'm driving. I should actually have a wee disclaimer saying the guys that you're watching doing this are actually experts, so please don't film yourself when you're driving like I am, because I'm an expert. Yeah, so I am. So anyway, yeah, what have I been doing? Well, you may have saw the Friday Waffle last Friday, which was actually only 2 days ago. So what have I got to talk about? I've not got a great deal. Obviously there's not been any questions put up because the last week's Friday Waffle only went out 2 days ago. I've been a bit obsessed with buying 360 games. I've been spending a bit of a small fortune. Now I blame Dean Return to Gaming, because it was Dean that first mentioned about it's a good idea to buy a backup Xbox 360, and he made a video of his 22 favourite Xbox games. And what I then did was I also downloaded a list of like the top 100 Xbox games. So I've got a rather lengthy list of games that I want to pick up. Now between eBay and CEX, I've been buying shitloads. I mean, I bought another, was it 8 yesterday I think it was. I ordered Red Dead Redemption. I ordered that last night, and also there's a sequel to it. It's like any zombie one or something. Never actually seen it. Ordered that last night, and then today what did I order? I ordered about another six games. Soul Calibur 5 I think it is. So yeah, I really need to curb my spending. I'm always like that. If there's something that I want to buy, then I tend to be a bit OTT, and I go over the top when it comes to buying stuff. But you know what? It's great to have these. I mean, I don't mind admitting I've actually got a chipped Xbox 360, and you know, you can't buy brand new games anymore. So I've downloaded a lot of games over the last year or so for it. But what I now want to do is I'm basically buying all the games that I've downloaded. I'm now buying the originals, because the 360 that I've got that's chipped may not work for much longer, who knows. So yeah, been doing that. Still not been playing very much. What have I been playing? Yeah, my daughter and I, we've actually been playing, and there you go. It's funny how it's called the PlayStation Syndrome. Well, that's what I call it. And that is a thing where you have hundreds and hundreds of copied games. Now I've had that syndrome on my Amiga, I've had it on my Commodore 64, but I say it was probably most prevalent on the PlayStation 1. When the PlayStation 1 came out, very shortly after, hang on, I just need to see if I'm actually speeding or not. No, I'm only doing 69 miles an hour, that's actually alright. There we go. Aye, very shortly after the 360 got released, not the 360, the PlayStation 1 got released, some clever guy managed to fit a chip so you can play backups. Now, I got one of these chips fairly early on in the PlayStation's life, and then within about a year, everybody was doing it. I mean, you know, every single person had a chip PlayStation. But the point of what I'm talking about here is, I ended up with, I mean, I had maybe 50 originals, but then I probably had 150 copied games. I used to go to a place called Ingliston Market, which is an outdoor market, or it used to be an outdoor market on the outskirts of Edinburgh. It was originally, I mean, I think it opened in the early 70s, and it was just what a market is. It was a place where you could go and buy cheap food, cheap clothes. People would go, you know, when their kids were going to school, they would go along and they'd buy a cheap blazer and whatever it was. You could get leather jackets for quite a good price. So yeah, that's what it was. But then when the computers came along, I first became aware of Ingliston Market when the Commodore Amiga came out. There was a guy selling games, and you know, before long, when the PlayStation came out, you were buying all these copied games. I mean, I must have spent an absolute fortune I must have spent an absolute fortune buying copied games, which is quite annoying when you think about it, because I was lining the pockets of basically thieves. But you know what? When you were getting the chance of getting, you know, a game for £5 or £40, and it played exactly the same, yeah, you didn't have a manual, whatever, but the game played just as well, then, you know, you were always going to go for the copied game sort of thing. So, where am I going about that? Yeah, now the problem with that is when you have so many copied games, now, you know what, actually the best example I can think of where I suffered PlayStation syndrome was the Nintendo DS. Very, very shortly after the Nintendo DS came out, there was a card, I think it was called the R4, you could buy, and basically it allowed you to put copied games in it. Now I bought one of these, and within a very short space of time, because of Nintendo DS, the games are only maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 meg in size, they're not big. I ended up having, you know, a couple of hundred DS games, and you could quite literally put about 50, 60 games onto one of these SD cards, which I did. And the problem being is you switch the thing on, and all you do is you thumb through all the games. Don't want to play that, 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 and it ends up being you don't play anything. And that was exactly the same for the PlayStation. You had all these copied games. I mean, it got to a point you were even copying games that you had no intention of ever playing. You know, I was copying games, adventure games, where there was maybe 3 or 4 discs, and it was just crazy because I wasn't playing them. I never ever played them. I mean, I ended up getting rid of it. I think I actually gave my original PlayStation 1 away. I think I gave it away with all these discs. And yeah, it ruined it for me. I mean, not so much the PlayStation, but certainly the DS was a handheld which I really never played, just because I had access to all these hundreds of games. You know, if you saw a game advertised, you could just go into a news group and download it. It was that easy. Within a few seconds you had this I think people are looking at me thinking, what's that guy talking to himself? But they probably think I'm talking in the phone, so it's alright. Aye, so it just killed the DS, and I kind of feel like, you know, it just ruined the experience for me. Now, going back, so to turn it right around in its head again, the Xbox 360, yeah, I've got a lot of copied games, but to be honest, I copied them probably in the last couple of years when I wasn't playing it anymore. I mean, I'd already moved on to the PS4. So it didn't kill it for me as such, but I've bought all these original games over the last couple of weeks, and one of them was Left 4 Dead. I tell a lie, actually, I've had Left 4 Dead for quite a long time, but my daughter absolutely loves zombie games. She loves The Walking Dead. Is it The Walking Dead video game? She's been playing that. She really loves all these sort of things. I don't really mind her playing these games because I would rather shoot a zombie than shoot somebody in like Call of Duty or whatever it is, because that's kind of real. Zombies are fiction, as we all know, hopefully. So, excuse me, we started playing Left 4 Dead the other night there on, you can play it on split screen mode, which isn't ideal because obviously the frame rate's not perfect. But oh my goodness, what a fantastic time we're having. It's great fun. I mean, we're playing as a team, a co-op team, and there's like 4 people. If you're playing online, you can have up to 4 people all playing at the same time. Oh, don't fall over. I'm currently at Hermiston Gate, which is the end of the M8 motorway. The traffic lights just now. So you can play as one of 4 characters. So there's me, there's Ava, and there's the 2 computer controlled characters. It's just absolutely awesome. It's fantastic. See, playing these online games like that, I really forgot just how good it is. But yeah, it's just an example. The fact that I own the original, I saw it on the shelf, and I thought I'm going to give that a go. Whereas if you've got a big folder, full of 200 copied games, all you do is you thumb through it, and you simply don't play them. So you lose out in the end. So yeah, don't copy games, kids. It's not big, it's not clever, and it'll just ruin the console for you. So yeah, that's what I've been playing Left 4 Dead. I've actually bought the second one. I got the second one for about £6. A couple of days ago. It actually arrived yesterday, I think it was. So I'm looking forward to playing that as well. But the crazy thing is, my wife says, "Why are you buying all these games?" I said, "Well, I'm buying them because I'm getting them for pennies." And I quite, well, maybe pennies is slightly exaggerating the truth. I'm getting them. I mean, the most I think I've paid for any game is I think £8, which isn't bad. What I tend to do is I go on eBay, have a look at the average prices on eBay, then I go to CEX to see what kind of prices they're doing. In the main, CEX are cheaper. You might get the odd game that you can get cheaper on eBay. The thing you need to bear in mind with CEX is I think you have to pay £2.50 postage, so it obviously wouldn't be, it would be cost effective just to buy one game on CX, so that's why I ordered 8 today. So ordered them, obviously they're going to arrive when I'm away, but it gives me something to look forward to when I get back. So that's what I've been doing video game wise. Not been playing, I'm ashamed to say, I've not been playing my retro piecade thing. The last time I actually powered it on was, when was it? When I was at my computer club. That was a few weeks ago. But the thing is though, you know what, you don't have to buy something or build something and play it every single day. I mean, I can play MAME on my PC, I can play it on my MAME cab. I can play it on the GPX XD thing as well. So following on from my waffle last Friday, which was actually 2 days ago, although by the time you watch this, it was exactly a week ago. Or you may not be watching this, you may be watching this 3 months from now, who knows? That's why I really shouldn't talk about current stuff, because then it becomes pointless. I mentioned in my waffle, last week's waffle, that Sega were going, I need to, you know what, I'm talking, and I need to make sure I don't miss my turn off to Halfords. It was actually, I heard a report on the radio a few days ago, and they were saying that they're actually trying to ban hands-free telephones, because apparently it's been proven, it's a proven fact, that if you're talking on the phone, especially if somebody says to you, "Oh, do you know where such and such is? Can you give me directions to such and such?" If somebody asks for directions when you're driving, you can't physically be thinking about your driving, you can't be concentrating your driving. Now I know that's a fact, because it's not the first time that I've been driving, talking on the phone, I mean, I've got the phone built into this thing, this car, and I can be talking, and before I know it, I've driven past my my turn off because I'm not concentrating. So, what the hell was I talking about? I was talking about something and I've just completely lost my train of thought. Megadrive. I mentioned last week's Waffle that Sega were going to be bringing out a new mini Megadrive. Now apparently they're going to be bringing out a handheld one and also a small one which you could actually fit cartridges in. Now unbeknownst to me, a few of my viewers have actually very kindly commented saying that do not touch the Sega things with the proverbial barge pole because they are absolutely shit. Now, I was aware that there's a company called, is it Blaze, I think they're called. They have, they released a portable handheld Mega Drive thing. Now, I think Steve Benway did a sort of video review of it, and apparently it's crap. The emulate, it's emulating, you know, it's not a proper hardware, which I thought it was. It's the emulation's not the greatest, and the big kicker for it, a reason you wouldn't want to get it, is apparently the sound is absolutely garbage. It's meant to be really bad sound. Now the thing is, the one that I was looking at that I saw a link to was the Mega Drive that actually took original cartridges, so I don't know whether that's just what they've done is they're using the same technology. But I actually thought that it was going to be original Mega Drive hardware, in both the sort of the one where you put discs into, cartridges into, and also the one where it's the handheld, but apparently it's not. Apparently they're both garbage, so I wouldn't go rushing out and buying it. I mean, it's not available yet. Although the funny thing is, these things have been out for a long time. Certainly the Blaze handheld has been out for a long time. But before you rush out and spend your hard-earned cash, I would check online first. Have a look yourself. Just Google Blaze Mega Drive console. Go to Steve Benway's channel. Have a look. They're really pretty awful. I think Ashens, he did a review of one as well, and I think there's one of them slightly better or slightly less crap than the other one. So have a look at that first, guys. But don't, please, for the love of goodness, do not go out and buy it and then come back to me later on and say you said it was good, because I haven't actually seen it. I was only commenting on a video or a post that I'd actually seen. So if it's crap, don't blame me. Don't go running to your mum and tell tales on me, because it's not. Bloody hell, I shot myself with a guy on a motorbike. Right, I'm about to turn off, so I need to concentrate here. Just taking the turn off for straighten. Currently on the Edinburgh bypass. Excuse me very much. So what am I doing the rest of the day when I get back? When I get back, my wife's actually way through to pick up my daughter. We were at a 50th birthday party thing. It wasn't a party, I had a meal on Friday night, and then we were at a barbecue last night. Now we don't go out very often, and it's probably nothing to do with the fact that I'm getting old. I get tired very easily, so we were both at this barbecue and it was like 11 o'clock at night, and we're like, oh, I could do with my bed. I mean, I don't really drink alcohol. I know I'm a Scotsman, you probably think I'm a heavy drinker, but I really don't drink much at all. I mean, I can literally go for months and months and months and not drink. No, I'm actually stopped at a roundabout, that's why I'm looking at the camera. I'm moving again. Yeah, I really don't drink, so when I do go out for a drink, so I'm just looking, there's a sign that says hot tubs, Lone Head. Yep, and so if somebody's advertising hot tubs, doesn't have a phone number or anything, just tells us a hot tub. Always laugh at roundabouts. You always get somebody, there'll be an advert stuck to a fence saying painting and decorating with some guy's mobile. Does anybody actually phone a tradesman based on seeing a sign stuck to you know, I stuck to like a roundabout sign. I know I've never done that before. I even saw one, what was it? It was to remove wasps, and there was an advert with a phone number. Aye, so anyway, where am I going again? Yeah, we were out last night. Oops, it's falling over again, stay! Ah, bollocks for a minute, that's not much good, you can't see my face. Here again, hey, we're back again. I'm going round roundabouts here, so we're back up. It's a red light. Does anybody, I'm going to a wee mini rant, does anybody, is it just here in Scotland, or has anybody noticed that in the last, I would say probably in the last 2-3 years, there is a complete and absolute avoidance of people stopping. Oops, a daisy, I've stole my car. Don't fall over. Don't fall over, whatever you do. I'm trying to accelerate very, very slow so the phone doesn't fall on its, flat in its face. Oh shit, wait a minute, I need to get in here. See, I'm too busy talking. There's actually an IKEA that we usually go to. I think I'm in the right place, by the way. Hope so. Aye, so I was kind of on autopilot there. Aye, what was I saying? Yeah, the amount of people, drivers, that just go flying through red lights. Now, we've all maybe ran a red light very close. Oh, it's about to change and you just go through. But I'm talking, there are people, red lights have actually been red for maybe, you know, 10 seconds, and people just go flying through. They really don't give a shit. I've noticed that's become a lot worse over the last few years. Where am I going? Am I going in here, or am I going, I really don't know where I'm going here. I'm looking for Halfords. I don't even know if it's here. Who knows, there's a Frankie and Benny's, there's a, what is that, Argos, Boots, M&S Food. Listen, I'm going to pause this a second, guys. I need to kind of concentrate where I'm supposed to be going here, so back in a wee tick. I found Halfords. There's my new bike. It is it's called a hybrid bike, which is kind of a cross between a road and mountain bike. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out on that later on today, so yeah. Right, okay, that's the bike bought, as you've probably noticed. Well, consider I've just showed you. Whoops. It's always bloody murder trying to get out of these retail car parks. I also had to drive in straight. What's this guy do? Oh, he's reversing in. Can I get out? Oh, there's people behind me now. Come on, come on. Where are you going? Right, let's go. I'm coming out. Ah, and this guy just bloody swings right out in front of me. What was I saying about drivers? He turns around and gives me the dirty eye, even though I've just let him out. Yeah, I was talking about people. It seems now that a red traffic light doesn't mean stop. It kind of just means, oh, the red lights, they've actually changed, because people now simply don't, they don't give two shits now about traffic lights. I've lost count the number of people that just, sorry, I'm just trying to pull out here. What was I saying about you? Man, you can't multitask, I can't drive. Right, hurry up, quick, 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 quick. I'm going out, I'm going out. Oh, is he going to peep the horn at me? Is he hell? Aye, people that just go straight through red lights, and I say, I'm not talking about they just jump it and no more. I'm talking about actually they've been red for maybe 3, 4, 5 seconds. It's just incredible, and the annoying thing is they get away with it. But one day somebody is going to get involved in a serious accident. Another thing which I have noticed is very common in the UK, and it never used to be. Where am I going? I'm an absolute twat. You know what, I'm going the wrong direction here. I'm an absolute idiot. I'm just going back into a retail park. Aye, another thing which I notice is really common now are people who they don't go round roundabouts, they actually just cut the roundabout. Can I turn right here? I think I can. Right, I need to concentrate, really need to concentrate here. I'm an absolute idiot. Yeah, we've got a wee mini roundabout just actually up from our house. Oh, you could have let me out, you dick. No, that's too much hassle. That would delay him by a few seconds, so he's not going to let me out. I generally don't get road rage, but I get angry with people, but I'm not one to kind of vent my anger. I'm not one of these people who, if somebody pulls out in front of me, I toot the horn and I drive right up their arse like some people do. I don't see the point of that. You're not helping anybody doing that. Right, I think I'm going the right way now. Right, I'm going left here. Aye, we've got a wee roundabout just at the bottom of our street, and the number of cars you see, rather than actually going around the roundabout, they just effectively turn right on the roundabout. Now what's going to happen is, being a street where people live, there's always kids playing, there's always kids on bikes, there's kids playing football, and I've said that to the wife. I says it's only a matter of time before a kid is run over by a car, because these arseholes, you know, the best it is, they can't even see. It'd be bad enough if they could see that there was nothing coming and then turn right to the roundabout, but no, it's as you're coming into the roundabout, you can't, there's a hedge and you cannot physically see if there's anything coming. So these guys are basically just putting it down to luck that there's going to be nothing coming, and one day there's going to be a child on the road. That is absolutely going to happen, and the child is going to be killed. And I really hate to say, well, I told you so, but that's going to happen. I mean, there are, 20 mile an hour. In fact, you know what? It's got nothing to do with speed. It's the fact that idiots are skipping the roundabout instead of going all the way around it like you should do if you're turning right. They just basically turn right on the roundabout, without going all the way around it. So that's my rant for today. Back to video games. We're away, well, by the time you see this, I'll have been in my caravan for 5 days. Probably looking forward to getting home. I was actually, oh, sweet child of mine, away again. Sorry about that, you probably get the fright every time that happens. Right, am I going this way? Yep, Forth Road Bridge, Glasgow, Stirling. Right, I'll be able to talk. Don't have to concentrate quite as much because I'm now on the Joe Carriageway, heading home. I was actually, I was tempted to take my little piecade with me. I thought, well, that's what it's designed for. But then I thought to myself, it probably wouldn't go down too well with the missus if I was taking a portable arcade machine on holiday. Aye, I mean, the thing is, that's the wonderful thing about it. It is mega portable, and that's what it's designed for. But like I say, I think the whole point of these holidays is you're getting away from the norm, you're getting away from the TV, you're getting away from, dare I say, video games. I mean, what I will do to fulfill my video game lust, I will take my GPDXD along with me. The funny thing is, I always take these things along, and invariably I never actually use it because I'm always too busy. We're always out and about doing stuff. That's what holidays are for. They're not for playing video games. Well, they are, but when you've got a family to think about as well, it's not something you should really be doing. So yeah, I'm noticing on my phone it says here I've got the forward facing camera. I've got about 4 minutes left before it runs out of memory, so this isn't going to be particularly big, long waffle. Apologies about that, but like I says, it was either this or you simply didn't get a waffle, because I'm not due back until Sunday, so it would be a 2-day delay in the waffle, so I thought I'll get something at least put out. I've not had much in the way to talk about because I've basically used up everything. Anything else video game wise I can talk about? Right, I've got about 4 minutes left. Oh bloody hell! Right, what is my favourite Commodore 64 game? Oh shit! Some heavy traffic here. My favourite Commodore 64 game is Pipeline 2 because it's awesome. I've mentioned it before. I think I've done a Why I Love as well in it. Absolutely awesome. Favourite Spectrum game, Manic Miner. Favourite Commodore Amiga game is probably Sensible Soccer, the original version, not the World of Sensible Soccer, the original one. Favourite Atari ST game is probably Bubble Ghost. Favourite SNES game is probably Super Mario Kart. Favourite Megadrive game, woo, that's a toughie. It's no Sonic, it's nothing like that. I don't know, I can't think of a game that, I mean I love tons of Megadrive games. No, I'm going to have to move away from that one. Favourite arcade game, yeah, well you know that, it's Robotron 2084. Yep. Right, I've got 2 minutes, well I've got my outro as well, so I've got about 2 minutes left to speak. Blimey, it's a wee feature thing where I basically talk to, not necessarily famous people, but I talk to people who are involved in some shape or form with this video game industry, or hobby I should say. And one of the guys, I can't remember who it was, he was basically saying how much he enjoyed them, which is really, really nice. I always enjoy making them because it's great getting to talk to people. He was asking about Gary Penn. Now, Gary Penn was one of the original Zap 64 reviewers. He also formed the Games Machine magazine. I have tried to get a hold of Gary and he did respond to me. I'm talking last year I think it was, and he did say that he was busy but he could do it, you know, obviously give him a shout. Another guy that I would love to talk to is Stuart Campbell. Stuart Campbell was a fellow Scotsman, a reviewer on Amiga Power. He's a fantastic journalist. He's my favourite video game review journalist. He says it exactly how it is. He doesn't make friends easily because he's very, very honest about what he says. But I did contact Stuart. I mean, Stuart's very into his politics. He's got a website, Wings Over Scotland. He's very SNP or Scottish Independence based. Super intelligent guy. He actually went to school with one of my mates. I mean, Stuart lived about 5 miles to where I stay now, a place called Bathgate. But yeah, I do want to get Stuart on again. I did contact him and he did say that he would do it, but he was doing all the politics. It was in the run up to the independence vote, which was like last year I think it was, so I will intend to get him, get back in touch again. I also want to get Jeff Minter. So anyway, I'm running out of time guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment and subscribe. And lastly, thank you very much for watching.